Hello and welcome, my name is Jakob Haq and you're watching a MODSTEP tutorial. In this video we are going to have a look at the piano roll. But before doing that we are going to add some tracks and also some scenes. And let's create a clip. You enter the piano roll mode by tapping the piano roll icon up in the upper left corner. We're gonna begin with locating the clip launcher. You see, here is where you stop and start your clips without having to go into the session view and actually tap the clip itself. Next to the clip launcher you have the D-pad, and this will allow you to switch between the tracks when going sideways and the scenes when going up and down. So what you see here is a piano roll, and this is a pattern. And this is the pattern matrix. Each clip can link up to 16 patterns, and you simply do that by tapping the patterns in the pattern matrix. Here you have the piano roll note grid option. And right now we've got 16 notes in our piano roll. By tapping the 1/8, we now have 8 notes inside the piano roll. When placing notes, they are automatically quantized. You can move a note around by quick tapping and holding and moving it around like this. If the note gets a bit off, you can quantize the note by going into the quantize option right here, tapping the note and pressing apply. You can also arm the quantize mode for recording mode, and when you're recording MIDI notes using a keyboard controller. With this lit, it will automatically quantize the notes you play. Remember to exit the quantize mode when you're done. The edit mode also ties into the piano roll. This is the copy option. Tapping a note and dragging like this will copy the note. Next to the copy mode you have an edit mode. And when tapping a note you can now move it up and down and also set the length for it. Remember to exit edit mode when you're done. To erase a note, you simply tap and hold until it's gone. Now let's extend our clip. So we tap pattern number 2 inside the pattern matrix. Now that we've activated pattern number 2, we can drag our view by using this slider underneath the pattern matrix, and then we can simply put in some new notes. Let's go back to the first pattern, and I want to show you the chase mode. Okay, so now that we're launching our clip, we can clearly see that the player is moving from pattern 1 to 2, but our view isn't changing. Now that's what the chase mode is for. So when activating that, it will jump to pattern number 2 when playing pattern number 2 and jump to pattern number 1 when playing pattern number 1. Now beside the chase mode, we can see something familiar. We've got a mute, a solo and an arm function. And these are actually the same controls as when you go into the session view and you look down here. Right above it, we have a speed option. By activating the speed option, you can now make this particular pattern run at half speed in relation to the BPM. But to actually use it, it's not enough just to activate the speed mode and tap one of these functions. You see, you choose the speed you want for a pattern, and then you simply tap that pattern. And if we look closely here, we can see that this pattern will now run at half the speed. But if we look at the second one, we can still see that this says ×1. To see this in action, we will tap the chase mode and press play. Here we are running at half the speed, and at the second pattern we're running at normal speed. Now I want you to focus on the left side right here. By double tapping and holding and moving your fingers together and further apart, you will zoom in and zoom out inside the piano roll. You can also move up and down inside the piano roll. Here you have a fold mode, and this is quite useful. I just press the fold mode, it will detect where I've put in notes and only display those notes. That's pretty neat. Now have a look right here. Right now we're in control mode, and these are actually the controls. We also have a scales mode where we can set the scale for our piano roll. The velocity mode will actually let us set the velocity for each note. So when putting in notes, tap a note and set the velocity by dragging in this view. Now the last option here, mods view, has to do with MIDI CC controls and automation, but more on that in another video. Now this function is when you want to get crazy and paint away and just fill the piano roll with lots of notes. Stay tuned for more videos. This is Jakob Haq signing off.